Good evening, I'm Stacey Amos for News Channel 8, and these are the top stories that we have for you tonight. St. Croix Educational Complex hits a record with graduation. 2 people are shot in St. Thomas. Big Beard comes through for the Boys and Girls Club, and human remains have been found in St. Kitts. Those stories and more are up next for you on News Channel 8. Tonight, St. Croix Educational Complex graduates a record number of seniors. Here are the highlights.
Many of you have struggled to get here. Many of you had an easier road. And it's important to recognize that what you've accomplished today is not only, cannot be measured by your GPA, cannot be measured by what's on your transcript alone, cannot be measured. So it's very important that you pay very important and remember your family. Remember respect wherever you go. Remember to exemplify the spirit of the Barracudas. That's one thing that I've always enjoyed about the St. Croix Educational Complex. The spirit that you have embodied and you carry with you wherever you go.
It goes without saying that graduation is probably one of the most tremendous days for all of us, especially this year. I think you're extremely fortunate to be able to be entering into the responsibility of a world that is wide open to you. All I ask of you as you walk out here this evening, after the education that you've received from the faculty of St. Croix Educational Complex, from the support that you've received from your parents, from the friendships that you've received that has grown throughout the years, recognize more than anything else that the opportunities are yours for the taking. You are the fortunate ones. You are ones who have strived to get here because of whatever obstacle stood in your way. You persevered to make sure that tonight is your night to show that you can do whatever you want to do. All I ask more than anything, be guided by your moral compass, understand the difference between right and wrong, and know that whatever you decide will be in your best interest and that you hurt and help others. God bless, and I wish you the best as you proceed.
This is the astonishing, no, the eminent class of 2012, because we stand in our own separate category from every other class that graduated this year. We are not just ferocious fish, barracudas. We are lovely young minds in beautiful bodies. Now this applies mostly to the females. But guys, I need you to know that in a world where nothing is given, us young men, we go and we take what we want with our effort like a sublime boss, a beast of sublime strength.
You have proven that you have the potential for greatness. But then, many people have potential, and in the end, never see it fully realized. Refuse to let this become your life story. I implore you to place all of your hopes and dreams in the master hands of our Heavenly Father. Put your trust in Him, seek His will, and focus all your might into achieving the goals you have set. Aim high as you possibly can, and do not allow anyone the chance to discourage you. My friends, I can't tell you that it will be an easy path. There will be obstacles, But never forget that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Class of 2012, we have made it. But there's so much more for us to do. Go for it.
Jared John. Devante Charles. Sabrina Jasmine Richards. Sophia Horsford. Joandra Perez.
And we congratulate each and every one of the graduates in their next step of success. In other news, murder charges have been upgraded for the suspects charged in the death of Gilbert Hendricks. Here's VIPD spokesperson Melody Rames with more.
Additional charges have been imposed on 2 murder suspects, and their case has been transferred from the local court to federal court. Elvin Rensford and Craig Mueller were arrested in May and charged with the murder of 32-year-old Gilbert Hendricks. On June 14th, detectives rearrested Renford and Mueller and charged them with possession of a firearm in a school zone, possession of a firearm with an obliterated serial number, possession of a firearm with altered identification marks, unauthorized possession of a firearm, and first-degree murder. The case was previously assigned to the Virgin Islands Superior Court. With the additional charges, the case is now assigned to the United States District Court of the Virgin Islands. Rensford and Mueller were held without bail on the new charges and returned to the custody of the Golden Grove Adult Correctional Facility pending their court appearance.
2 men were shot and injured in St. Thomas last night. Here's VIPD spokesperson Melody Rames again with the details.
Criminal Investigation Bureau detectives on St. Thomas are investigating a first-degree assault that occurred near Iggy's Beach Bar at the Belongo Hotel. 2 male victims were taken by private vehicle to the Schneider Regional Medical Center for treatment. According to the initial report, police were dispatched to the area at about 12:30 a.m. Thursday, June 14th. The 2 victims, aged 54 and 38 years old, received gunshots to their arms and the sides of their stomach. Police said the victims, who are employees, were in the parking lot when they were shot in an apparent drive-by. Detectives are asking anyone who knows anything about this shooting to call them at 714-9834 or 715-5522. If you wish to remain anonymous, you can call Crime Stoppers USVI at 1-800-222-TIPS.
Coming up, the Dominican Republic gets Miss Universe, and St. Kitts is dealing with the discovery of human remains. Those stories and more are next in your Caribbean Report.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
Now here's your Caribbean Report. From the Caribbean region, 2 days after the eastern seaboard state of Maryland set up a Caribbean Affairs Commission chaired by a Jamaican former diplomat, a group here calling itself Friends of Caribbean Americans has urged New York Governor Andrew Cuomo to form a similar commission. Also from the Caribbean region, the vexed question of airlift, which has been brought sharply into focus by developments over the past few weeks, is expected to be high on the agenda at the 2-day Caribbean Tourism Summit and Outlook Seminar 2012, which opens today in Montego Bay. From the Dominican Republic, the IMF yesterday offered President-elect Danilo Medina and his management and technical staff any assistance needed to improve the standard of living of all Dominicans. Also from the Dominican Republic, the director of the Dominican Republic's Miss Universe contest says the 61st Miss Universe pageant is scheduled for December in the country, with Angolo native Lila Lopez crowning her successor. The Dominican Republic last hosted a Miss Universe pageant in 1977 and has won the contest only once, back in 2003 when judges selected Amelia Vega. From Montserrat, a study of the Royal Montserrat Police Service has found that there are significant gaps in its operational procedures which must be fixed to ensure that the island is served effectively. From Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico's Legal Services Office faces $5 million in federal budget cuts next year, a reduction that officials say will force attorneys to drop thousands of civil cases in the U.S. territory where nearly half of the people live in poverty. The budget cuts are occurring at a national level, but the 32% decrease announced for Puerto Rico is the largest compared to cuts facing other U.S. states. From St. Kitts, the remains of an unidentified individual were found yesterday
in a 100-foot well within a tall grassy patch of land in the Whitegate area in Dippy Bay. Asked if the remains were those of missing 17-year-old Jaquil Alfred of Willett's Project in St. Paul's, police stated they could not say because a sufficient examination has not yet been done. From Trinidad, the Trinidad and Tobago government has denied claims by a senior opposition legislature that it will have to pay out millions of dollars in compensation to a British-based company after canceling orders for 3 offshore patrol vessels for use by the Coast Guard. From St. Vincent, leaders of the OES have approved the appointments of a new Chief Justice and the person to head the sub-region's civil aviation. OES Chairman and host, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, told a news conference that the names of the new appointees would be made public only after they had been formally informed of the decision. And in your cricket update, Otis Gibson said Thursday that talismanic opener Chris Gayle had made a seamless re-entry into the West Indies squad after 14 months out because of a squabble with the WICB. West Indies A have been strengthened ahead of the third and decisive 4-day test against India A with the inclusion of the test duo Kieran Powell and Asad Fuddin.
Please be sure to check our Facebook page for all full details on stories in the Caribbean Report. Now, the Boys and Girls Club received a generous gift today from Mr. John Macy, the president and owner of Big Beard's Adventure Tours. News Channel 8's Wes Small has the story.
Stacy, this is a great TGIF story here with Big Beard. Man, we go way back, and here with Neil Canton, director of the Boys and Girls Club, and the vice president of the Boys and Girls Club, Miss
Ann Bachmeister.
Ann Bachmeister, thank you, and excuse me. Well, I just want to start off with the man himself, Big Beard, but this is what, a 40-foot catamaran, the flyer there in back of us that says Big Beard. This is the man that gets you married on the water, and is the chief of cruises here at tourism, go back for decades. Big Beard, this is a wonderful thing that you did for these children at the Boys and Girls Club. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. I think it's a good day for St. Croix, a good day for the youth on the island as well. We've got some work to do on the boat, but that's part of the learning process, and then we're going to learn how to sail and just enjoy the water, maybe even get out to Buck Island. You never know.
Wow, well, thank you, and I know that the board and the directors at the Boys and Girls Club, like Neil Canton, I know that you have a lot of accolades to give to this man and his corporation for doing this.
That's so true. I'd like to first give the first accolade to the parent that called, Ms. Fernandez, saw the ad, and she gave our office a call, and the director, Jennifer, called Mr. Macy right away and said we were interested. At the same time, our vice president, Ann, she saw the ad and she called us also and said, yeah, we're already on it. We made a call, and we may have been the first one to call. I'm not too sure, but I'm happy that we're here today.
All right. What? I overheard you telling one of the other reporters about the schedule, but what will this mean? And give us the number of the children and their ages and what they plan to do with this that flyer, that Big Beard flyer.
Well, right now we have at the Christian State Club over 100 students registered. We see over 80 a day. I'm going to be rallying around the community very soon to get the Frederickstead Club reopened, and I'm sure once those doors are open, we're going to have at least 50 kids right away. You know, and we're even talking about getting this boat to St. Thomas and sharing it with the club over there. Wow. You know, I've had some interest from a board member of working with the Boy Scouts of America in doing collaborative things, and we want to also, like Ms. Lockmeister was saying, sharing this boat with other nonprofit organizations, because we're all hurting right now.
And all, like I said, a win-win situation. And Ann, I think you had some extra sponsors to thank.
Yeah, I really wanted to give a shout out. This has been a real community effort. St. Croix Marine for pulling out the boat and helping us with repairs that needed to be made below the water line. Yes. You know, everything from the Lisa over at Lisa Painch came out and volunteered her time and painted the boat for us. The appraisal. Jacobs and Brady, Doug Brady, for doing the legal paperwork for us to support John's generous donation. But we need more support. The reality is it takes a lot of work to carry a boat like this. Yes. And so we're looking for people who have a passion for sailing, a passion for kids. And we're creating a special committee called the Flyer Boys and Girls Club Committee. And we're looking forward to some phone calls and people that are interested in joining our team.
While I have you here, Big Beard, the ultimate tour man of St. Croix, in the Virgin Islands. Please tell us about your trips and about your recent uproar. Do you have a license to continue, and about your wonderful trips to Buck Island? I have the information here. Congratulations to the National Park Service, where they have renewed your contract.
Yes, it went up for bid, and there were several bidders, and it was an open bidding process, and it took about almost a year to put together, but we put in our bid and feel happy and satisfied and ecstatic we got our contract renewed, where we were able to keep taking people to Buck Island until 2022.
Oh, good.
I've been doing this for a long time, and I expect to do it for a long time longer.
And you'd hate to lose that. You enjoy what you do, don't you?
I do. It's hey, you can't go wrong. It's satisfying making people happy.
Environmentally wise, how is Buck Island doing? Because we've heard some stories about how we're not really taking care of the reef and some litter and so forth. Are things coming to your wishes? Because you ought to know about Buck Island. How are we doing with our environment over there?
I think we're doing as good a job as we possibly can with our stewardship of Buck Island.
Good.
Matter of fact, I was at an educational conference last evening with the Park Service, where they're telling us how they've eradicated the rats, they've reintroduced the St. Croix ground lizard, they've gotten rid of most of the invasive non-native plants, and so we're doing the very best we can, that's for sure.
All right, well, we want to say congratulations to National Park Service, Joel Tutine and his staff making us safe and getting this man here and his license over to Buckeye so he can make us happy and stuff. Congratulations on your new license.
Thanks,
I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
And the gift of giving is ever so special. It's Bogle next with your entertainment report.
This newscast has been sponsored by Mario's Virgin Crystal. Let us save you the hassle of lugging those jugs around. Purified bottled water conveniently delivered to your home or office. Also available in your favorite grocery store. Call 773-2810.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
Now here's Bogle with your entertainment report.
Thank you very much, Stacy. Welcome to this week's edition of the Entertainment Report. First and foremost, I want to say a blessed Father's Weekend to all the fathers out there. And then we're going to move on with what's going on this weekend. Tonight, Friday night, you're looking someplace to go. Definitely you can go on down to the Frontline nightclub in Estate Calcahoon, because it's all about Fire Fridays. All your top DJs from St. Croix will be there spinning tunes for you. You also could have the opportunity to win some cash. So definitely got to go on down there to Frontline. It's a Frontline weekend also. Remember Sunday you could go back to Frontline also for the country and western music. It promises to be off the chain each and every weekend at Frontline. Let's say what's going on at the Classic Corner down there by Golden Grove. It's all about, of course, tonight, you know, you have the pool tournament. That's Thursdays and Fridays. You can go on out, win a cash prize amongst other prizes from taking part in this pool tournament. And then also, on Saturday, it's all about karaoke from 9 until 12, right down there. So you can go and have some fun also. Music, and you can also get something to eat right there at Classic Corner at Golden Grove. So check this one out, all right? And then we're going to tell you about this Saturday night. The place to be is at the Reading Rainbow, as we about to honor the DJs of the decade. And the honorees are Bad Company, DJ Carl, DJ Hammer, DJ Junie, DJ Kamumba, may you rest in peace, DJ Johnny, DJ Myron, DJ Michael, and DJ Hatmer. And of course, playing music for this event will be DJ Carl, DJ Sniper, Infinite Sounds, DJ Chubby, and DJ Porter. These are some of the individuals who learned from these DJs that we are honoring. So please come on out. It's an award ceremony, it's a dinner, and it's a dance. So please, you can still get your ticket at CNC Bakery here in the Barron Spot Mall, or call 277-5492 for more information. And then we're going to tell you about a big concert that's coming to the Virgin Islands, coming to St. Croix, Saturday, June 30th at the Randall Doc James Racetrack. BCJ Promotion is bringing it to you. Live in concert, you're going to have Gramps Morgan. Yes, Gramps Morgan is coming right into St. Croix. Also on that card will be our very own Pressure Bus Pipe. We're going to have a Batch. You're going to have the Upper Level Band. And also you're going to have Jameer Morgan. He's the son of Gramps Morgan. And also you're going to have the Madras Terrace from from Red Lion Sound. And your host for this concert will be DJ Eddie. Get your tickets at Urban Treads, and also get your tickets from Rhythms, also Armstrong Ice Cream, and of course Natural Expressions. So you definitely, Strictly the Best Clothing also, definitely you got to get marked down this date. June 30th, Randall Dock James Racetrack, Grams Morgan, Pressure, Batch, and much more, brought to you by BCJ Promotion. It's all about peace, more unity, and more strength in our community. And then Sunday, July 1st, at the Courtyard in Christiansted, Nice Guy Promotion presents to you Stop the Violence. That's right, stop the killing of your brothers and sisters in our Virgin Islands community. Music will be provided by Ninja P Sounds, and also you're going to have the Fire Train Band. That's right, the Fire Train Band. So definitely you want to come out to these events that's happening here on the big island of St. Croix. Also by now, you should already have your reservations booked, hotel and air travel for the St. Kitts Music Festival, the Sweet 16 St. Kitts Music Festival, to be held on the Embassy of St. Kitts, June 28th to the 29th, with the likes of Morgan Heritage, Junior Gang, Tony Braxton, Popcorn, Crossfire, Marshall Montano, and much more. You got to make your way down there to St. Kitts for this historical event. So definitely I want to thank you for joining me here on the Entertainment Report. Remember, whatever you do, please do it peacefully. If you drink, just do not drive. Back to you, Stacy.